Shore First Alert Forecast.
Well, temperatures are warming up pretty rapidly across southeastern Arizona as we cruise through the noon hour. 87 degrees right now downtown. That's a live view from our Fox Theater cam looking at downtown. And if you look out into the distance there, way out there, take a look at this. You can see that leading edge of clouds right there, and that's a leading edge of that cooler air that will be moving in here later today and throughout the overnight hours tonight. 92 degrees at 2 p.m. We're going to go for a high of 94 this afternoon, but it's going to come with a really hot, dry wind. Southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then this evening, because of that, it's going to keep those temperatures up quite a bit, 86 degrees until that cooler air starts to move through a little bit later overnight tonight. 64 overnight tonight with a south breeze at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Partly cloudy skies. And then at the airport right now, here's where we're at, 89 degrees, sunny skies, a little bit hazy out there though, 15 degrees on the dew point. It is so dry once again, and that's why the fire danger is a concern, as I'll share with you here in a minute. But temperatures across the area, right, 72 degrees in Show Low and Window Rock, 80s into southeastern Arizona. And as you take a look to the west, look at that, 74 degrees in Kingman right now. So some of that cooler air already starting to work its way in from the west. So let's talk about that fire danger. No red flag warnings right now for the immediate area of southeastern Arizona, but we are seeing those red flag warnings into Greenlee and northern Graham counties, and that'll go through this evening where we could see some wind gusts of around 35 miles an hour paired up with some very dry conditions. Wind forecast for the next couple of days looks like this afternoon. We will see some gusty conditions up around that 20-25 mile an hour range. Overnight tonight, it'll start to lay down just a little bit, and then tomorrow we're going to start the morning off with pretty calm conditions, but by tomorrow afternoon we will see a return to some breezy conditions around here, talking about 15 miles an hour, somewhere in that range with some gusts up around 20 miles an hour. So really not anything too extreme here as far as the wind goes. As we go on into Sunday, things should calm down quite a bit. Here's the leading edge of that cold front right now. So as we zoom out on this picture a little bit, we'll help you out. If you can't identify the cold front, we'll draw it in there for you. Cool air in behind that. Now remember, it's May. It's a relative term at this time of the year for cool air, but definitely slightly cooler weather is on the way. But the moisture, unfortunately, is going to stay well to the north with this one. And then speaking of moisture, we've seen plenty of it throughout the Midwest and into the deep south, and they're going to continue to see some of those showers this evening. Well, temperatures across the board, generally 70s and 80s, a little cooler there in Salt Lake with a high of 65. And then tomorrow, we're going to see those 70s and 80s across the board until you get into the deep south. That's where we'll see some of those 90s starting to show up, and cool in Seattle with a high of 60 degrees. But around here, still pretty warm today out ahead of that front. 80s and a few low 90s, mid 90s into western Pima County, and a few low to mid 90s showing up around the metro area. Here's your 7-day forecast. We were talking about a little bit of a cool down. And remember, I said it's relative at this time of the year, and 90 degrees for tomorrow, 93 on Sunday. But look at that. We're going to be up near 100 degrees by the middle of next week.